Hi guys, and welcome to this look at my McFarlane Movie Maniacs 5, Series 5 figures. Now, there's been a bit of a gap between Series 4 and 5, and you can definitely see that they've upped their game for these for this series in terms of their sculpts. The detail has definitely been kicked up a notch. There's no denying that whatsoever. The problem I have now is that the fact that they started bringing out variants, which will quite obviously cash in variants, which is a bit annoying. But obviously, to any collector, then sadly we will buy them. Let's just have a quick first look at this one here, just because he's at the front here, which is Jason X. Sorry, Jason from Jason X, being the one from outer space. I did actually like Friday the 13th 10. I liked Uber Jason, to be honest, but I didn't like the fact that it sort of said, now, no matter what films have happened before, what films are going to happen in the future, this is going to be the ultimate, because obviously it's set so far in the future. Then this was going to be basically how Jason finally met his mate girl, I suppose, and it ended up him floating around in space. So for that reason I do have a bit of a problem with it, but we're not here to criticise the films or anything, we're here to look at the figures. So in terms of the figure, he's in this pre-posed sculpt. Can't do really anything with him. Obviously it's the sculpt that you'd expect him to be in, just the usual right arm up, ready to have a go at you. But the detail in it is great. There's plenty of detail in not only his metal plating on here, but also in the material, in the skin, in the brain. So all in all, it's exactly what it says, set out to do. It's a fantastic figure depicting Jason from Jason X. So for those reasons, I can't fault it. He's got articulation in the waist, in the shoulder, in the wrists and the head, and on this arm, not in the shoulder but on the elbow. Obviously comes with the new machete there. So that's Jason. Like I say, I don't mind the film. This is where we start to dredge the bottom of the barrel a bit, to be honest. Let's have a look at Djinn from Wishmaster. Gotta be honest with you, I like the first two films, so I don't have a problem with buying this figure, but it just seems that there are more iconic film characters that Movie Maniacs should have been doing, or McFarlane should have been doing, rather than the Djinn or the Tooth Fairy. But anyway, I love this film, to be honest, in terms of what it was, exactly what it made it set out to do. So obviously you can see the Djinn in there, and he also comes with the iconic jewel there. So I just had a quick look at the back of the packaging just to show you who we have in this series, to be honest, because I haven't done that. So obviously there's a big picture there of the Djinn. Then we have the Lord of Darkness from Legend, Jason Voorhees, Jason X, Sarah Connor from T2, the Endoskeleton from T2, and the Tooth Fairy from Tooth Fairy. But of course we all know that was actually Darkness Falls. We did know that, didn't we? No, why not? But anyway, so obviously we have a very, very good, very well detailed figure of Djinn there. For all his faults, you can't blame it. The film didn't do well, but it was an alright film. I can't slag it off too much. Now obviously I start getting a bit annoyed now when we start seeing these things, because we have the Tooth Fairy from the film The Tooth Fairy, but in England, I don't know if it was in America or anywhere else, but the film was actually Darkness Falls, and this is the Tooth Fairy from the original version, not the actual Tooth Fairy that was used in the final film of Darkness Falls. I'm going to call it Darkness Falls. In being, for some reason, they changed the look of her, so I guess they made these sculpts from the pre-production artwork and everything. So again, we've got two figures of a character that didn't actually appear in the film. It's a bit annoying. We have a closed mouth and the open mouth version on there, and also she has closed eyes as well and opened eyes on here. Again, detail in it, cannot fault it, and I dare say if this was the final character we got to see in the film, it'd be movie accurate, but we don't know that. She looks absolutely horrible. The detail in it is absolutely fantastic. So I cannot fault it in that sense, but obviously I don't know what she was supposed to look like in the film. But then another thing that does annoy me is also it isn't actually even the figure that you see the picture of here, because all her eyes are all mummified up and her mouth is all mummified as well. So quite what was going on there, I do not have a clue, and it's a bit annoying really how again we've got two figures brought out of a character that doesn't appear in the films. But like I say, the detail that's gone into it again is fantastic. You cannot fault it. Just a shame that they've done what they've done again. Sorry, bear me 2 seconds. I just need to grab a figure here. Sorry, being a bit unprepared. Sorry for that, I just realised that I'd left the Lord of Darkness. So yeah, so basically that's the Tooth Fairy. There. Next figure, very hard to get hold of. Very popular figure, and an absolutely amazing figure. The flagship figure of this series, to be honest, if you ask me. Very heavy as well, getting your money's worth there, and you will be spending some money if you want to get him, to be honest. Comes with a sword. He also comes with the unicorn horn there, so you obviously got the sword in one hand, you put the unicorn hand in there, but a fantastic sculpt of the Lord of Darkness from the film Legend. Good film as well, I like that film. This figure also came out in a fish tank version, when you see all his shield and jewels and everything that he stands in. But like I say, absolutely fantastic figure. The detail that's gone into it, you can tell that they've upped their game, like I've already said, with regard to these figures. So if you can get hold of him, you will spend quite a few quid on him as well, to be honest. He is quite hard to get hold of and expensive. Now we're going to get into the Terminators that came from this series. Terminators? Don't you mean Terminator? No, Terminators. Annoyingly, they brought out 2 versions of the Terminator figure. Sorry, the endoskeleton I should say. Now, on first look, you probably can't tell, to be honest, if you didn't know what you're looking for. Annoyingly, one came with a large chest plate, one came with a small chest plate. Now, how annoying is that for a reason to have to buy 2 figures? I believe that too many people complained, I think it was about the big plate, that too many, when it first came out, a lot of people complained about how it looked wrong, or it was just wrong. Which one it was, I don't know, to be honest, off the top of my head. And so they then brought out the corrected version. So annoyingly, 2 figures again. So you've got to remember we've had series 5, which consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures. At the moment we're up to 8 figures. Okay, so we've now got 8 figures to have this complete series. Obviously comes with his plasma cannon there and a little pile of skulls as well. Now this figure you cannot fault in terms of the detail. I know people have complained about the arms not being movie accurate as well, as in you can see through the arms, which you shouldn't be able to do that, and obviously I'll do a comparison with the NECA ones at some point and really go into that for you. But I absolutely love this figure, to be honest. All the little pistons move in and out. Now these rubber hoses do pop out as well, and I've seen in packet some of these rubber hoses poking out, which is a bit annoying because that'd absolutely do my nut in if this was in packet with a hose poking out. But anyway, so that's the endoskeleton. Fantastic figure. Just annoying that they've brought out 2 versions of the same figure as well. So like I say, out of 6 figures we're now up to 8. And lastly we have Sarah Connor. Oh no, sorry, lastly we have Sarah Connor. Oh no, hold on. Lastly we have Sarah Connor. Now again, annoys the hell out of me why we've got 3 versions of Sarah Connor. I would have been happy to have a Dyson figure or a John Connor, but no, we'll bring out 3 versions of Sarah, and what we'll do is we'll put everything all exactly the same but just put different heads on it. Now why this didn't come with all these extras, why these didn't come in just one packaging with the 3 optional heads, I do not know, or why they actually brought out the 3 versions of the heads, I don't know. But let's just look at one figure to start with. We'll look at the ponytail version. Now this is the version that is depicted on the packaging, so I'll assume is the one that they were mainly going to go for. Comes with a handgun, sniper rifle, alternative hand for this side, and alternative arm for this side. So annoyingly you still have to take that hand out to put in this arm if you're swapping them over, and I have had one of these out of packet as well, and the little peg did snap when I removed that hand from that arm to put into this arm, so I weren't happy. Also it obviously comes with a knife which clips onto a belt, I believe, and the sunglasses as well. So another annoying figure, I should say, in the sense that really chuffed. I mean, we sit there and we go on about Predator. We always wanted a Dutch figure to go with it, and obviously with all the Alien figures we always wanted a Ripley. I know they brought out Hicks, but you know, I dare say if they just kept churning out Terminators, we would have always said we want Sarah Connor. But I didn't think everyone said it enough that we'd want 3 versions of it. So you just obviously seen the ponytail. This is the hair down version, which doesn't look anything like her, to be honest. If you ask me, I don't know why. I just don't like that, to be honest. And the last version is the one with the cap on, which to me, is the version you should get, to be honest, because from that iconic scene when she was shooting at him across the grass, or basically when she left that morning in the car, she obviously had the cap on. And this figure, like I say, I had it out of packet with the glasses on, with the gun in hand. It does look a fantastic figure, but annoyingly, just annoying that the fact that we've got 3 versions of it, to be honest. So all in all, we've got 3 versions of Sarah Connor, the Lord of Darkness, Jason X, 2 versions of the Tooth Fairy, 2 versions of the T2 endoskeleton, and Djinn from Wishmaster. out of all of them, Lord of Darkness, hands down, best figure out of them lot. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching guys, take care, and I'll catch you again in the next video. Cheers, bye.